takes a few seconds, so we're all good here. It's preparing and setting up.
Okay.
Oh, getting close. Setting up. Okay, we are ready to go. Welcome, everybody, to Bitcoin Trend and Forecast. My name is Keith Hampton, and I am a very, very excited and happy customer of Bitcoin Trend and Forecast. What an organization this place is. It really has made a difference in my life. I got involved about 10 years ago, and for the main reason I wanted to get involved in investing in cryptocurrency. I wanted to get good sound advice out there in the marketplace, and it was a struggle. In fact, it still is a struggle to find good quality people that can give you sound advice in this cryptocurrency space. And Bitcoin Trend and Forecast has really come a long ways where it offers a, just a plethora of training and tools that you can use to be super successful investing in this market. So tonight, I have a special guest that I want to introduce you to. Her name is Marius Landman. And sorry,
My
Wendy.
name is Marius Landman. That's good. I can be Marius today.
Sorry about
It's all
that.
good. I can be Marius.
So Wendy's part of the two tag team, Wendy and Mary Slamman of Bitcoin Trend and Forecast. And she comes at the trading of cryptocurrency in a little different style than what Marius does,
Yeah.
but equally important and very profitable, as I've been finding out over the years working with Wendy. So tonight I wanted to find out more about Wendy, where she comes from, and why she got involved in all this, and maybe help show you what you could do in this wonderful space. So Wendy, how did you get started in this crazy crypto business?
Probably like everybody else, looking for ways to make money. We all hit times in our life that are in critical zone. And at that particular time in my life, it was critical zone. So, tragedies happen in your life. Situations change unexpectedly, whether it be with jobs or relationships or whatever. And without going into all the nitty gritty, because everybody has a story, mine was in need of extra money so I could pay bills. And so I looked at cryptocurrency back when Bitcoin came across my plate when Bitcoin was a quarter. Hmm. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. But when Bitcoin was about $2,000 is when I really started getting invested. I got invested a little bit before that in the cryptocurrency world, but started buying Bitcoin at 2000. Um, Best investment we ever made. Yeah, but I was involved in the cryptocurrency world and all the little altcoins that ever came about. I had one of everything. I had $10 in every single one of them because I just knew one of them would bingo, like, I guess like SHIB or Doge did in the early days. And so it was like I was not going to miss the wagon. I was going to have make sure I had $10 of something
Hmm.
until I learned better.
So I take it through the school of hard knocks, you've finally developed a much better system, which
Oh
you
yeah,
be more successful. Well, tell us more about
absolutely.
that. You've developed some very interesting training and tools on making very quick money in the crypto market. So I'm really excited to hear more about that. So please, can you elaborate further on that?
Yeah, I can. Through trial and error over the years, Marius and I both decided to go full in on cryptocurrency. Well, back in probably 2014. Go back to when Bitcoin was before 2000 or right at $2,000. We started really getting involved and learning more about it because it was at that particular time in our life where all our other investments were not paying off near as profitable. So we decided, hey, this is working out for both of us. I was in altcoins, he was in the bigger ones, and we were both profitable. So we decided to learn everything that we could learn about it. And it took us years to do. And we started Bitcoin Trend and Forecast back in 2016, opening it to the public when we figured out the answers. So
Uh,
there you go. And here we are today.
Well, and the industry certainly is evolving and changing, and you've put so much time and effort into it, and I think you probably
Mm.
learned a lot of this through the School of Hard Knocks, learning it how what not to do. It's probably a want of a better word. So
Yeah,
maybe,
absolutely.
yeah,
So basically, just to tell you where I came from, is that the long term was just too long term for me. It just was
mm,
not bringing me the bacon to pay the bills that I needed to do as fast as I wanted it to do. So I decided that I was going to learn Forex and I was going to take the crypto knowledge that I had and apply it to Forex and get really trained and educated.
mm,
It took me about a year and almost 2 years, year and 8 months to be exact, watching YouTube videos, learning from people, their mistakes, other people, and just not making it happen. Forex is a very difficult market. For anybody who's in Forex, you got to be up at the crack of dawn. You got to be, trading. You got to do your investigative research. Sometimes, somebody who has insider information, which is illegal, but you got to have that inside scoop to know really what to trade and or be an expert at studying the markets. And then you're revenge trading in the afternoon, and it just Monday through Friday, and it's just very stressful.
right.
So I nixed Forex. And I decided that I was going to take the little bits and pieces that I learned from the gurus of it, and I was going to dig down deep into cryptocurrency. And then that's when the love of trading and short times really came about, and I started making good money every single day. And
Mm,
from there, it just progressed. And so I had to share it because there was people like me out there that needed to make money every single day. And so that's where I started. And then I started developing indicators, developing a course. It was a long process for me because
mhm.
I don't like to be on camera. So,
Yeah.
and honestly, I have to give my husband the credit for that because without Marius pushing me to be in front of the camera, it would have never happened. I don't like it. And I've had to learn to do it and not say 500 times. Um.
So perhaps could you share with us tonight why you should be doing this and and can people make by actually scalp trading or fast trading? I'd like to know more.
Mhm. I would love to show you. I have a presentation that I put together
Okay.
with a disclaimer, a strong disclaimer at the end that you must be trained and educated to do what I do. And we do teach you how to do it the whole way, but it does take practice. It's not get rich quick. But once you master it, it's like anything else. You don't forget it. And
Mhm.
why not learn from somebody who knows how to do it, and can show you the money. That's the big part that you'll find in the end of this presentation is the fact that some people will show you their big percentage gains and they make you think that, oh, I made 1,000% gain, but they were only using $1. And it's not the profit that they're showing you. If they really are making the profit, they need to show you the profit. And that's how you gain trust in this market is not by deceiving people, but showing them what can really be done on a day-to-day basis. And for those people, it's not for everybody. I just take that out there. It's not for everybody. Some people just love long term. Okay. Some people are in it for investment reasons. And when you learn how to do trading, you have different trading styles, and all of them are different. So I'm going to show you today, hopefully, learning how to trade cryptocurrency. Why scalp trade? Why would you want to learn how to do minute trading? And we're going to tell you about the course that teaches you how to do it and teaches you with risk management. Okay. So let's get into trading styles to begin with. Most people, like Michael Saylor, are investing for the long term. Okay. We're talking about trading being different from investing. And this is where a lot of people get confused about Bitcoin. People that trade Bitcoin are investing in Bitcoin. They're constantly buying it every time it pulls back. Every time it goes lower, they're buying more and they're holding for a reason. They're investing for the long term. Okay. But if you want to learn how to trade it and trade your investment properly, it's about training and education. So some of the examples some people invest in are gold and silver, stocks, collector automobiles, artwork, whatever you may do. But Bitcoin is one of those commodities that you can now trade and invest in for the long haul and get good financial gains from it if you know how to do it. So unless you're just really lucky at investing and picking the right thing to invest in and make money, you're going to go to the professionals who know that market that you're investing in. So if I want to go buy a collector automobile, I'm going to go with somebody that has knowledge that has been doing that for a long period of time and that knows collector automobiles, what to look for. I'm going to learn from them before I go out and put my big bucks into a collector automobile, for instance. So the same way in cryptocurrency, you want to go learn from people who have been in the market, they have been around for a while. Bitcoin Trend and Forecast and the training and educating people that we have, that the trainers that we use and the financial advisors that we use that are in there, the analysts that we have, all have been with us for years. You know, they're not just somebody that we hired overnight, that are giving you information, but we have all been in cryptocurrency for many, many years and learned from the School of Hard Knocks, obviously. Okay. So cryptocurrencies, why is it a good time to invest now? A lot of people are of the idea that it's maybe too late. You know, is it too late? I mean, goodness, Bitcoin's over 100,000. You know, how do we get in now? We don't have $100,000 to invest in one Bitcoin, but it's learning how to trade and get in and involved is what we teach on our courses. The HODL fire, if you've never traded cryptocurrency, is your first step. It's the first tool. It's the most inexpensive way to get into cryptocurrency, and it comes with free training videos. Okay, this is where your love of crypto should start off, is at the HODL fire. Learning how to do it on a 4-hour, an 8-hour, 12-hour, or 1-day time frame. If you're an investor, it will work incredibly great for you on 1 day. Okay. You should be watching your investments on the day chart at the very minimum. But for those people who want to really get started, 4-hour is the best place to start and then get into the courses. Once you start making profit, once you see that these things are working for you, then you're going to want to get more trained and educated because you're going to be a lot more profitable. And then that's where the love of cryptocurrency might say, hey, I want to do this for a living. I want to stay at home and do it. Can I do it? How do I do it? That's when the HODL Knots course steps in. Okay, looking at cryptocurrency and why we love to trade it every single day is because it runs 24/7, unlike any other market out there. You can get up at 2 o'clock in the morning if you can't sleep, and you can go trade. It's just a beautiful way to make a living. So some things to consider about Bitcoin. Here's your key understanding from me, that it's a monetary asset that we use in it's in decentralized. So a lot of people don't understand what decentralized means. It means that it's away from the governmental control, but it is still controlled. Anybody that tells you that it's not controlled doesn't have their facts right. But it can't be manipulated to such a point that you can see that you can't make profits on it. So you can see, going over the facts, 2009, when it launched, to 2011, it was $1. Okay. We all wish we would have bought more Bitcoin at $1 in hindsight. But then in 2021, 10 years later, it was up to $66,000 from $1. What an incredible investment that was. 2024, in March, it was 73,000. In 2024, by the end of the year, it rocked up to $100,000 of Bitcoin. And where do we sit today? Today, at 2025, it's gone to an all-time high of 121 to 123, somewhere in that range. And then it's fluctuating now around 115, somewhere in that range, up and down, ready for its next level move. But as you can see, in the last 10, 20 years, it's been the best performing asset of all time. I mean, in the last decade, you can see it's outperformed everything else. So it is a great thing to think about for investing in. But what about trading? Okay. Bitcoin's your long-term investment, but learning how to farm it and farm coins is the best way to increase your Bitcoin. Now, a lot of people are confused about Bitcoin, and what we're listening to Michael Saylor, and we're listening to say, hold your Bitcoin, don't ever trade it, don't ever sell it. But this is from the guys who are whales. Okay, let's face it, when you've got millions and you're trading capital, what are you going to do? Are you think you're going to farm coins if you're Michael Saylor and you've got millions and millions and billions of dollars of Bitcoin? You cannot possibly sell it all on the market without tanking your investment. Okay. So what are you going to do with all the other big guns out there? You're going to hold your Bitcoin. You're not going to sell it because by selling it, you're going to tank the markets. And then your whole investment is going to go down south. So for them, they have to hold their Bitcoin. They can't sell it and farm it. But for us normal people who don't have millions and billions of dollars of investment in Bitcoin, you have the opportunity available to increase your Bitcoin by learning how to farm the coins. Okay, you can do it without tanking the market, and you can do it to where it's very profitable for you to take your Bitcoin and you can increase it without putting any more money into it. This is what we teach on the course. We teach you how to farm your coins and to build up your Bitcoin so that you have a nice investment when it goes up. The alternative coins, the meme coins, all these other little coins out there, other than Bitcoins, most of them are tokens. Okay, the only ones that are real coins are the ones that have their own blockchain, and that's another topic of discussion. But you can trade all these little altcoins, and they're best traded on the HODL fire. Now, we call them mid-cap coins because they have a higher liquidity to them, so you can make a decent amount of money. And we teach this on the course. Which ones are the mid-cap coins? Which ones are the meme coins? Which ones are the ones that don't really have a lot of gains to them? Which coins should I scalp trade that make the big percentage gains that we're looking at, where we know which ones we can trade on a daily basis? And how do we know when to get in the coin and when to get out of the coin? These are all things that you're going to learn when you're trained and educated, and why scalping in minutes is critical to know these indicators and how to do them. So let's get into a little bit more. I'm going to go over a live demonstration shortly. At the end, I'll hold off on that on ADA or another coin that you might like me to do. But this is what regular traders see. So this is a typical uptrend of Bitcoin and then a downtrend of Bitcoin. Okay. It gives and it takes away and it goes higher and it'll make higher, higher highs. But in the meantime, you got to sit through these dips unless you're a short-term trader. Okay. When you're short-term trading, the same coin, this is what we see during the day when it retraces. And when you have these wicks, in between these wicks, you're getting lots of action. Okay. So while we're having these opportunities that you'll see here, you won't see on the day chart, but you will see them on the minute charts all day long. So as coins go up and down, we take these opportunities to trade coins. This is one example of how we use, and this may look like a really crazy looking screen, but by the time you finish the HODL Dots course, you're going to know exactly what to look at. And this is going to be like easy peasy for you. Okay. Just training and education. So this is 15 indicators in one that we will teach you. We'll teach you what these buy sell tags mean, which ones are good, which ones aren't. We're going to teach you when the tops are in and when the bottoms are in. And we're going to teach you how to scalp trade. Okay, so when we scalp trade, this is the area that's ideal for scalp trading. And we call this the mountain. Okay, how do you find the mountain? Where do you go to get it? And which coins are going to make mountains? This is all what we teach you on the course. But this one coin, just to show you an example, over an hour and 20 minutes, this coin ran 150%. Now, if you had $1,000 to trade it and you knew how to trade it properly, $1,000 would be $1,500 that you would have made in an hour and 20 minutes. I mean, that's good money. Let's just say you don't have $1,000 or you don't feel comfortable yet risking that. $100 on the same coin, you'd be $150 richer. Well, I don't know about you, but $150 at an hour and a half's worth of work is pretty good pay for an hourly rate for most tradies and most people that are making money, are working probably for $20 to $30 an hour. You know, most people I know, if we're looking at being realistic about it, if you're making $50 an hour, you got a good job. So $150 in an hour and 20 minutes, you're pretty much a degreed person by this time. But this is one coin running for an hour and knowing when to get it, how to get it, and the ones that are actually going to run the big percentages. And this is what we focus on, helping you learn how to do it properly. Now, a lot of people will say, can I really profit daily? Okay. Yes, I'm going to show you. I did one really quick scalp trade back in March. This is this year. Okay. On one exchange, and the coins were running quite nicely on this particular day. And let's just say I wanted to show people that didn't really have hardly any money to trade with. Can you really learn how to do this and put money into buying a bag of groceries? Because there are a lot of people out there that are really struggling right now. Okay, so you can see here on this particular day, on this particular exchange, we had coins running in a beautiful percentage. Okay, this is when markets are up, it's running good. But what I did was I took the runner of the day, which was CLAI. Most of you have probably never heard of Cloud AI, and it's not a coin that you'll have in your long-term trading investment portfolio. But you can see here, just to be realistic, I want to show you the truth here. At 15.42, I got in this coin with $25. Okay. Within an hour later, I exited the coin with $52. So that will tell you that I doubled my money in an hour on this coin. I bought it and I sold it. You can see exactly, I didn't do anything with it, but I bought it and I sold it. These are taker fees, and I made 100% gain on my money. Okay, on this one particular coin, just using $25, I now had $25 more to spend on a bag of groceries. Okay, we have coins like this that run all day long that you can put little money on. $20 trades is where we teach you to start with. And can you make good money? Absolutely. It's just being trained and educated to find the right coin. Hodl is your first stop. If you can master Hodl, then you're going to make money on the 4 hours. You're going to make money probably once a week, and you're going to make a good percentage gain. The free videos, you get to use it for free for 7 days. Okay, go to the product. We don't take your payment method. Okay, we don't believe in that. Free is free. Try it for free. Use the 7-day free coupon. Apply it. Get it. Use it. Try it out for a week. If you don't like it, you're not going to buy it. But we've made it so affordable that you'll be able to use it and make good money with it all month long. Okay. So let's get into it. Hodl Knots, our ecosystem. We've been around for a really long time. So thank you, Keith, for having me on to talk about Hodl Knots, because people need to know when you're going to invest in a program, invest in somebody that has been around, that can show you, that has trained trainers up to do this for a living. There's lots of people that are now scalp trading. They've changed their lives. They're doing this for a living, and we're out there usually trading together in our trading areas. So we've gotten a global community. We're all over the world. So you can get a one-off course with a premium if you want. If that's the only way you know how to learn, it's more expensive. But if you want one-off, you want to learn as fast as possible, or if you are a really slow learner and you just don't do good in groups, you might want to go with premium. The BB Rider you get free when you come join us with a subscription. We sell it separately. It finds the runs for scalpers. We want you to have it free when you stay with us. It's an incredible thing if you know how to scalp trade to have the runs found for you. Okay, so we also have an internal program I'll get into that after you take the course, we give you another apprenticeship program for free. You just got to stay with us. And we teach you how to turn $40 with $20 trades into $2,500. Most people do it in 6 months or less. Okay. If you have the time, you really want to be a serious trader, you can get into this program, and then we will teach you leverage trading and not before. Okay, if you make it into our cave. This is the 3M program that I'm talking about. You want to be a master trader and be a black bear and come into our cave. It's free once you get in there for life. There is no subscription. We're not about making you pay to stay with us. Once you're a master, we want you with us. We want to all learn how to make money together. We also have a lodge that has our continued training area. We have the Huddle Fire, and we've just got a lot going on in Huddle Knot. So we also have the courses that are available to you to learn how to trade. So guess what's new about Huddle Knots? We have a new online self-paced course. This has taken us almost 2 years to develop and build, and then it's an incredible program to you. We still have our live course. It is periodic throughout the year. That is the best method to get in and take the Huddle Knots course if you have the time to do it. Not everybody does. Some people like to learn on their own. They like to rewatch the videos. The self-paced course is for you. 50 modules. You got 3 months to complete it, and it comes with live support. So this is where a lot of other courses fail because they don't have the live support. We have live training calls every single week to go over the material with you. This is where people will get the most out of the course, is getting on, talking to the trainers live, going over, making sure you're understanding the modules as we go along, giving examples and helping you through your journey. Okay, you can start that program today if you'd like. It's called the self-paced course if you want to get on that. Here's just a quick overview of all of the modules where we cover risk management. In particular, we have a life coach that actually gives these modules. They're exceptionally really well. We go over all the scalping indicators, what we use, we simplify the process. How we see things is totally different than long term. Okay, so if you really want to do this for a living, you really need to understand how we see the indicators, how we're going to teach you how to use the indicators. You're going to get the Huddle Knots indicator for free for life and it sells by itself for almost as much as the price of the course. So you get that included for free. So understanding time frames, finding coins, how we do it, the exchanges that we use, why we use those exchanges, and all your basics and foundational elements are covered. Okay, all the different trading styles. Why are you trading this way and that way, and how to get in and how to get out, and why does the 4 hour look different from the 1 minute? And how do I know if it's going to go up or down? All of these things are covered. And then when you're done, we are also going to include the Huddle Fire within this. We have a separate chapter on the Huddle Fire just to get you going on higher time frames while you're learning how to scalp trade. So it's an all-inclusive course that will teach you from start to finish how to trade the markets and how to scalp trade and get going. You can check out the reviews on our website. We've got lots of 5-star reviews in here from beginning courses. I just had a call with somebody the other day who just said that they had taken another course and they just didn't feel like they knew what they were still doing. So before you go investing in other courses, okay, do some research on them. Do they have live support? Are they going to be available to answer your questions when you sign up to take the course? And I can bet that it's a lot more expensive than our course too. In order to learn how to trade and trade effectively, or if you look at some Forex courses, you're going to spend $5,000 to $10,000. They're going to take you over a period of 6 months to a year. They're going to give them a monthly amount of $200 or $300. A lot of you know the courses I'm talking about. Okay, we're not like that. We try and keep our prices reasonable for the amount of effort that the trainers are giving you, and the attention that they're giving you to make sure that you are successful at this. Okay, I talked about the 3M program. And what this is this is when we make money in minutes. And if you want to be on the screens during the day, you want life change, you want to learn how to do this for a living, you're a stay-at-home mom, maybe you're in between jobs, maybe you want to learn some extra income on the weekend, this is for you. After you graduate, we get you to scalp trade for a couple weeks, and when you're ready, you can take the 3M challenge. We put a lot of time and effort into this, and our trainers are all involved in this. I'm involved in this. You get extra support and help every single week on this. We have a dedicated program, and it works. Okay. If you make it into this Black Bear Cave, you're in there with all the people who have made it, who know how to trade, and we will teach you how to leverage trade for free. Okay. And not before. Okay. We're not going to teach leverage trading because most people get wrecked. They get on the futures platforms, but we do teach it, and I will be happy to teach you what I do and how I do it after you learn the basics. So go through the program and that's how you get it. What waits you in the cave? I'm going to give you a little bit of FOMO here. Okay. This was some trades made back in February. And these are from some of the bears. And you can see I put the price on really what I make on these things. So you can see here, this is me, Coca Leg is one of my names I go by. On this particular trade, I made 85% gain, but I am high risk, high leverage. Okay. It's not for everybody. It's like a roller coaster ride. Some people would call it gambling. Some people call it a heart attack waiting to happen. But when you're trained and educated, you know when to get in, you know when to get out, you make money. Okay. If you're not trained and educated, you're going to get wrecked. I'm just telling you. So don't go jumping out there and getting into that. I've got a strong disclaimer on here, but once you know what you're doing, this is what's available to you. You can see here that this is a 2-minute trade. I made 173 USD in 2 minutes. Okay. Can I make $1,000 a day trading? Absolutely, I can. Okay. And how can I teach you how to do it? Absolutely, I can. And you can see these are other people. These are all other people. If they don't have my name on them, they're other people. This one, I did this trade, and you can see the time was 10 minutes on this particular one, and I made $53. That's good money. Okay, so we've got lots of people here. Most of the people don't share their actual profit because it's very confidential to that. But I like to share it because I like you to see that 9% on Bitcoin, when I was 20xing it, I made $47. And I didn't put the time on this one, but it was probably just a minute. But there's other people making same amounts of big percentage gains. So let me give you a little more FOMO. Okay. What about back in May when last time I did this slide? This was in a down market, people, in May. This is just a couple months ago. Okay, we're still making big profits in here. We have one person here that's not quite in the cave, and I added this one on here because he's just about to enter the cave. This is one of our rugby players. He's a professional rugby player, and he was on $1,000 trades, and you can see here he did $1,000 and he cashed out with 1,200. $200, and you can see he did it in 4 minutes. Okay. This man is doing it on the side on his phone while he's traveling. Okay. He's a rugby player. So I'm not going to give his name out, but he is a professional. He's going to be in the cave before you know it. But these are some other trades. Let me give you one little bit more FOMO. Sorry. But here are some trades that I made this week. Now, this is a bear. This is another black bear. He made these trades. I believe this was yesterday. Absolutely. 8-4. This was yesterday. He did one coin. He made 4 trades on it. And these are the kind of percentage gains he made in minutes. Okay. So here's 4 back to back. Boom, boom, boom. They're all different. And then this one was the one he did the day before on a different coin. Made another. I mean, we're doing it all the time. And you're not seeing small gains here, people. You're seeing real gains. Now, when you really get to doing it properly, here we go again. I'm going to show you the money. Okay, because this is what we want you to be able to do. We want to train you to do the same thing. I did 2 trades on virtuals, and this was just on the 3rd. This was day before yesterday when I had 2 seconds to trade. Okay, I don't have a lot of time to trade because I'm teaching people how to trade. But this one particular trade, you can see here, I capitalized $102. This one right here, I saved on fees, $32. How did I save on fees? I'll show you. Okay, same thing here. I made $88 on this trade. Now, I did these trades back to back. If you want to look at the times, I did this in a couple minutes, both of these trades. Okay, here I spit it out for you. This trade I did from 30-minute trade, 30%, 88x on a short. I did 102 minutes. Back to back, immediately right before that, I did the $88 trade, and that was in a minute. So I made $88 on this trade. I came back and slammed it again because it was running again. And I made, so in these two, this is 5 minutes of trading. Okay. With a little bit of capital, knowing what you're doing with high risk, high leverage. Again, didn't make 100%, but I'm showing you what 30% did for me. And I made almost $200. Okay. In 5 minutes. Okay, so can you make money at this? Absolutely, but you need to know. Again, do not do leverage without proper training and education. Many people get wrecked. Loss and fear comes from being untrained. And the only way to get to this particular level is to do it do the Hodl Knots course, do the 3M, and then come see me in the cave and I'll teach you how to do what I do. Okay, so just remember, here's a couple keys to wealth that you might want to know. I mean, when you really start digging into people that can make money and how they make money, the rich will trust their vision and doubt their fear. The poor doubt their vision and trust their fear. You need to change that around. Think and be educated and trust your vision. Okay. Do you want to get there? You must make that decision. If you think you're stuck because you have no money, you're stuck because you do not trust yourself. Okay. You must believe that your doubt, you believe that your doubt is more than you believe in your dreams. So if you see a goal, go after your goal and do it 100% and get going. Okay. Quit delaying, quit procrastinating, quit saying, oh, that's not for me. I can't do it. I have taught people from 12 years old all the way into their seniors. Okay. I know how to teach you how to trade, and so do my trainers. They are very good at this. And we will take, as long as you don't give up, we will ride the raid, we will ride it with you at your level and help make sure that you get to where you need to be. Okay. Fear lies to you. Okay. It tells you to be careful, wait for the right time. What if I fail? What if I put my money into something and I can't do it? Blah, 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 blah. Well, if you never try, you'll never get there. I didn't think I could do it either. Okay. This wasn't my career profession that I chose. I'm a business operations manager with a degree that I'm not using. Okay. So I changed careers late in life, but I just found something that worked and something that I can teach other people how to do. So how doubting yourself, has doubting yourself made anyone successful? No. Fear is what cripples you. Okay, the rich are those who move despite the fear. I moved into being able to teach people what I wanted really badly to teach you how to do this. And Marius had to make me get past my fear of getting on a camera. Okay, because I never wanted to ever be a speaker or get up in front of the camera, but I tackled that fear with practice. Okay, with persuasion, with somebody pushing me to do you really want to teach people how to do this? Yes, because so many people need it. Okay. So if I hadn't have done that, then there would be a lot of people out there not learning how to scalp trade and not learning how to do this. So I'm really happy that I did. I still struggle with it, but I still push past that pain. Okay. So don't let the fact that you're poor or in a bad place right now, let your fear make your decision for you. Learn how to invest a little bit of money because you can learn how to do this and eventually $20 will turn into 2,500. We have people doing it in 6 months' time. Okay. So who is in charge? Your fear or your vision? Let that sink in for you. Okay. And go into your vision and learn how to invest your money. If you have it and you're blessed with it, learn how to invest it properly. Also learn how to trade it on whatever time that you have available to trade and profit no matter what. Learn how to profit and learn how to take your profit. So hopefully you've learned something from my presentation to get going in cryptocurrency. It's not going away. Okay.
It-
It's just being a little bit manipulated with what's going on in America, what Trump's doing with the tariffs, with the financial industries, with the SEC. But I guarantee you there's an exchange you can trade on. There's a place you can trade. There's a way to trade. And we can help teach you how to do it in Bitcoin Trend and Forecast. So over to
wow.
you, Keith.
Well, thank you. I really appreciated you going through that and explaining it in more detail to give people an understanding as to the depth of training that you folks do. For
Mm,
the $600 or $700 that they charge, it blows me away the amount of training that you folks do.
mm.
Just the indicators alone that you use, which we get for life for taking the course, is probably worth twice that amount that you charge for the whole course. So if you really want to take a step forward in life and become successful, just overcome the fear, as you said. Life is all about overcoming fear and taking the chance and learning something new. We teach, or you folks teach, risk management. So the whole process
Mm,
is all about managing risk. When you manage risk, you manage fear. And that's the beauty of it. So whether you want to
mm,
be a long-term trader or a short-term one, or anywhere in between, there's something
mm,
here for you in Bitcoin Trend and Forecast. I say I started much like other people. I just heard about this industry, didn't really know much about it,
mm.
wanted to learn more, and I just kept digging until I found people that could really help me. And this group the integrity of this group just has blown me away over the years. So, folks, I can't tell you enough about the importance of getting involved in Bitcoin Trend and Forecast because over the next 4 or 5 years, cryptocurrency tied in with artificial intelligence and robots
Mm.
are going to revolutionize the entire world. We will not recognize the country in 5 years. So we want to get immersed in this now. We want to learn now, and you want to learn it from the best and the people that have the most integrity. So this is a great place to come and start with that whole journey. So Wendy, that's my thoughts as
Mm.
a customer on the other side of this thing. And that's why I do this
Yeah.
call is I want to introduce you folks to as many people as possible because you've changed my life and many of my friends and family members. So I just hope that other people see the vision here and dip their toe in the water and get started.
Yeah, that's the whole point, is to just find something that works. It's, back in when COVID hit, it was life-changing for many people. We
Mhm.
changed lots of people in South Africa, in particular the farmers who were
Mhm.
cut off, people who had to step down from their jobs because they didn't want to um, take the shots. And
Yeah.
so this is just one example to learn how to do something so that you're not, it's kind of like an insurance policy, if nothing else. People have
Mhm.
learned how to do this when they didn't know how to do anything else. Doctors, learn nurses. We had quite a few firemen that didn't want to participate in that, and they didn't know how to do anything else. That's all they, I've had nurses that were, this is all I know how to do. I mean, how can I do something different? Well, it's something to fall back on when you need extra money. I've got several little tradies out there. Now, I'm not going to say little tradies; these are big guys. But that we have tradies who you can't work when it rains outside. So this is they can stay at home and they can still make a money on the side. I've got people who are loving this and they're buying it for their children,
Mhm.
their grown children who are in college because
Yeah.
they have to work a part-time job because they need to pay for their school fees. Okay.
Mhm.
Well, what better way to learn how to pay for school fees than to be studying at the same time you're running a huddle fire and making money where you're not burning gas, you're not going to another job, you're, you know, shortening the risk of
Mhm.
accidents happening and
Mhm.
being out late at night while you're, tired and the
Yeah.
travel time and everything else. You could be trading on
Yeah.
the side while you're learning. We've just got lots of examples. I've got pensioners that are up in North Australia that I taught how to do this. These men are back in the game of making money with the little bit of pension that they have. They're increasing some of it, and they get together once a week to trade, and they
Yeah.
trade on a little picnic table up there, and they're just loving it. It's just when, it's like you take a man and he's retired and you're out camping, and then you can only do so much of that, and then it's like, now I need to figure out in their head how to make more money just to get by. This is just another way to make more money. And they
Mhm.
they think they're too old or they're out of the internet and they don't understand it all, but we're pretty patient. So
Mhm.
AI bots are taking over, but I can honestly tell you that you can make a heck of a lot more trading it yourself than you'll make on a auto trading bot. They're all over. And people have asked, that's one question I'm going to hit up on. A lot of people say, well, if you're so good, why don't you have an auto trading bot that works? Why can't we auto trade? I'll be honest with you. I've had an auto trading bot running for the last 3 years with every indicator that we have invented. Okay. It makes good money when the market's good. It doesn't make good money when the market's bad. So what happens is with any auto trading bot,
Yeah.
you dollar cost average out. on them. We're not going to present a product to you that we don't believe is successful enough for you to make good income. If I thought it was good enough that I could make money on it, don't you think I would be having it out there? And I can honestly tell you that we have very seriously tried to make an auto trading bot that was worthy. And so
Mhm.
far, even with all of the stuff that we have, it hasn't been as good as teaching you how to do it yourself. So we reserve the right to bring one out later, but until I get one that rocks it, even with the huddle fire pivot points and the buy sell tags and all of the indicators that we have combined,
Yeah.
I don't believe in them. Sorry.
Nope.
So I can prove it, but we had one running on high leverage or on leverage on a platform, and we just couldn't get it to be consistent enough to where you're going to make money. So until I see one that's consistently bringing in a decent amount of profit, more than what I can make on minute scalping, I won't be
Mhm.
introducing one.
Yeah.
There you go.
I've dipped my toe into that realm as well. And you're right. They work primarily in a bull market.
Hmm,
Of course, in a bull market,
that's it.
anybody can make money in a bull
That's
market.
it.
It's like all the boats float up with the water. It's the
Yeah,
sideways markets and the down markets where those bots just eat you alive. Goes the other way. So they unreliable at best. So
correct. Hmm.
yeah. Well, thank you, Wendy, for coming on today and explaining that to us. And I hope you folks out there in YouTube land got some insight tonight. And let's see a few of you come on, sign up. Hey, you know what? Just even sign up to the Hodl
The
Fire.
huddle
You know,
fire. Yeah,
yeah, for $31. Well, you get 7 days for free to test it out, and it'll just give you that added confidence that you could learn this. You really could. If an old guy like me with lots of snow on the roof can do it, you can too. With that, I'd like
it's
to
all
thank
good.
you all for coming. And we do this call twice a week. So
Yeah,
every Friday at this time, and then again on Mondays at, oh, this is Monday. Hey, you know what? I don't even know
this
what
is
day it
Monday. It- but it's actually Tuesday for some of us.
Well, there you go. Yeah. Yeah, you'll do this call so Friday mornings at 8 a.m. Mountain Standard Time, which is about 2 or 4 p.m. European and Africa time. So
Hmm,
yeah, do tune in again, and hopefully we'll have another guest to be able to elaborate further on some
there
of
you
the
go.
things we have for you. We have something for everybody. So thanks again,
Yeah.
and care.
Thank you for having me on, Keith. It's been a privilege. Thank you. I'm blessed.
You're welcome. Bye bye.
Bye bye.